as we look at Griffin Colapinto. Big lunge into the first section. Super deep Colapinto into the sunshine in Tahiti.
Hey, I'm Griffin Colapinto and I'm from San Clemente, California. Growing up in San Clemente as a pro surfer is a very lucky thing because you got lowers, which is one of the best waves in the world, in your home break. You got all these gnarly guys that have come out of here and you get to watch them as a young kid. When you watch and you get to surf the best waves, that's how you get better the fastest. I describe my surfing as flowy and unpredictable. I like to wake up early, start moving my body around, have a little coffee, watch some surf videos. I'm just gonna guess. It's gonna go straight to AI's part. Ready? Oh, Bruce's part. And then call my friends and we go surf. Just keep the ball rolling. Some of my favorite things to do outside of surf contests are hang out with my friends, golf, just come up with random goofy things that a lot of people might not think is fun, but we make it fun with the crew we have and the energy we bring. 3 balls. Whoever's ball's closest wins. You have to win to not do push-ups.
Yeah.
So,
But that's push-ups?
yeah, 20 push-ups.
Yeah, I'm down.
Okay. In 2017, I was fresh on the scene. My name was G Money, and I got the 2017 trophy. All right, now, okay, redo. Here we have my 2017 Triple Crown trophy. I was 18 years old when I won this. I also qualified for the tour that same year. My competitive strengths are that I never give up, that I'm calm under pressure, and that I can throw in the X factor when I have to. The conditions I look forward to the most on tour are probably the bigger, scarier barrels, knowing that you gotta go and you have priority and that feeling of like fear, but then you overcome that and it just puts you so in the moment because if you don't make it, you could die. Usually, most of the time, you make it work because you don't want to die. One of my biggest achievements in my career was winning the US Open, having all my friends and family be there, and getting cheered up the beach. I haven't had that feeling since I was an amateur, and that was like really special for me. In surfing, I hope to achieve a world title. The guys before us surf and videos and stuff has been my biggest influence, and that's been my biggest coach, being able to watch those guys and study them and take little pieces from each of them that I like a lot and put that into myself. How I'd like to leave a mark in professional surfing is a person who was a champion that inspired vulnerability, hard work, and not taking life too seriously. How about this right, brother?
Both hailing from San Clemente, Griffin Colapinto and Kolohe Andino share a special bond as competitors.
Brother's been a huge mentor to me. He's 5 years older than me, and like he's always been so cool, and him and his dad have always been like so helpful with me. And
Kolohe Andino took Griffin Colapinto under his wing at a very early age, has always looked out for Griffin Colapinto, and has been a big part of Griffin's development as a professional surfer.
2 good friends from the same town, Kolohe older, Griffin just getting started, and for some reason Griffin seems to get the jump on Kolohe quite a bit for goals. And now a first ever Triple Crown champion from the state of California.
Griffin Colapinto is your US Open of Surfing champion.
being friends, but also like competing for the same thing, it can get a little bit weird, you know? I'm sorry. That was gnarly. You want your friend to do good, but at the same time, you're like, it's a weird clashing of feelings, you know?
Good job.
Thanks, brother. Be here for you.
I try to work on is like being excited for my friends, you know, celebrate the blessings of others, because we're all blessed to be on this tour and competing. So, you know, God chose them and it's their day, and enjoy it with them.
He's definitely really like worked hard, show that he's like really truly happy for me when I do good. Even myself, I want to be truly happy for him too. Well, good job. Thanks. Love you too. Well, it's sick we both got.
Kolohe Andino is one of those guys who's always there for you, but in a heat, you know, obviously there's no friends.
The quarterfinals continue, and Colapinto faces Andino.
The master versus the apprentice. Kolohe Andino, no problem. That's a full rotation on the backhand. Nice way to start his matchup against Colapinto breaking away.
Yeah, finds himself a corner here and throws up a big punt and whips it around. It's a massive one and a crucial moment in this heat. 7-8-3. Colapinto goes into the lead.
Griffin's getting a good start. He's looking free without priority, and all of a sudden this left-hand wedge comes to him, and he goes to the sky.
And one.
And he stomps it. That thing was huge.
It looked like he was floating in slow motion and landed it so perfect.
Call it what? Call it a 10-point ride.
Perfect 10, our first of the season.
I'm telling you.
Unbelievable performance.
It almost felt like I won the contest for a second, but then I realized I still have more heats to surf, so got to bring it back. You know, I'll enjoy the moment, but you know, once I go to bed, tomorrow's a new day.
Griffin Colapinto's neat. He's just a really comfortable, in his skin type human. He's just honestly himself, and it's really unique to have him as a full-blown world title threat on tour.
When I was walking out to go ride that wave and everyone was like yelling my name, I just started like getting a little emotional because, I don't know, it's just like, it's just a really special moment.
Where is he? There he is. What's he gonna do about the leg?
The support crew he has here is rad. It's Tommy Whitaker is his coach, calls him his best friend, and then outside of that, he feeds off all the energy from San Clemente. So even though we're in the middle of California, it's almost like an extended home court as far as that fan base is concerned.
All right, well done, man. Let's sit back, have a beer, and watch.
Griffin is on a heater. He needs to feel like he is the best surfer in the world because he's doing that kind of surfing right now.
He's worked so hard for that, and the hard work's paying off.
Griffin says, thank you very much.
Gonna keep honing in. I'm not gonna stop what I've been doing and keep learning from every situation and just trust the process.
Oh, he wants lowers. He wants a chance to surf his home break for a world title. It comes down to one wave. Ooh. Oh no, it will come under for Griffin Colapinto.
The day I didn't make the final 5 was super hard, but like every day after that wasn't hard because for me, I kind of like look at it as a challenge.
I think the mark of a true champion is coming back from adversity.
But like, how am I gonna like get better and get over this hump and figure out how to like strengthen myself through this? You know, turning the suffering into like power.
I think Griff finally has that true belief in himself, and that's why we're seeing this string of incredible results.
Griffin Colapinto has just taken out the victory at the Surf Ranch Pro.
I think about competing in the final 5 at Lower Trestles every day. I've had moments where I'm driving my car and I start envisioning it and I start crying because I see it so clearly. I'm really lucky because I'm obsessed with competitive surfing and I love it so much that it's just natural for me to always be thinking about it. And I think when you have that, you're just gonna consistently get better.
It's rare when two brothers qualify for the championship tour. This season will be the first for Griffin and Crosby Colapinto.
I got into surfing because my dad had a surf camp. He's gotten Griffin and I into it, and he's gotten me like fired up on it.
Crosby was the younger brother, and everything was about Griffin. He was happy for his brother, but now it's game on.
Pretty much like since Crosby and I were 10 years old, or whenever we started getting into competitive surfing, once we learned about the tour, that was our dream, you know, to make the tour together.
Now we're here. So special that you get to like do contests and travel the world with your brother. It's a dream come true.
Hey, buddy. What's up, buddy?
When we were young, it felt like just as much of a dream to do that as much as like winning a world title is a dream. So it's like now that we actually have achieved that and we're here, it's like really just want to enjoy the process of that.
Let's just enjoy it and have fun.
It's been interesting to watch Crosby change because he looks up to Griffin so much. Griffin has mentored him through all of this.
Hey, just remember your load up backside hammers with my look. Yeah.
If it wasn't for Griffin, honestly don't think I'd be surfing right now. He's invested so much of his time trying to get me on tour. I could just feel the love from him because he wanted success for me so bad. I almost wanted to prove to him that I can do it too.
Crosby Colapinto, that backdoor Crosby!
Oh! Good job, man. Are you too fired up? Yeah. Yeah.
Lock dead. Lock dead, people.
Obviously, you know, Cros looks up to Griff and idolises him and wants to be him, but deep down they love battling each other.
There can only be 2 surfers through to the final. Crosby surfed strong this morning. Of course, we've got his brother coming up as well.
To have 2 siblings get on a roll, they're on opposite sides of the draw and they could meet in the final. It's rare.
I think if Crosby and I had a heat together, we would for sure be super aggressive still.
Whenever we surf together and kind of getting competitive with each other, it always brings the best out of both of us, and you can feel the fire just building.
You know, it'd be on.
And it's just a demonstration of the power and punch that this wave has. As we see Griffin taking off here. Beautiful looking section. This wave's starting to reel off. Gets the exit. And goes driving down the line for more. This is a thick section. He's locked in. And out he comes. Griffin Colapinto's going to get more on the inside. Unbelievable.
That was sick.
Unbelievable stuff for the rookie. Put him off balance though, and he couldn't hang on. Right behind him, Griffin now has the opportunity to shut this one down. Casual pace, but lots of speed. Now starting to really draw his turns out. Steep section here, gets his board almost vertical, but spins the tail and sets up the barrel on the inside. A well-constructed wave so far. Lots more to give down the line. And he goes to the layback, mixing it up, looking and feeling like the best wave of the heat.
Takes a selfie on the way out. Flying down the line is Griffin Colapinto. Big carve, drills it off the lip. A massive float right in front of Igarashi.
Below sea level. Oh, he's deep. Oh, what was that?
Oh, that's when you're just feeling it and you're just going, yeah.
Here against the wall. Meanwhile, let's stick with live here from deep. Here goes Griff with a ton of speed, massive air.
And what?
And he stomps it. That thing was huge.
In Bali for him coming to Indonesia.
That's amazing to have those types of resources here in 2022. Big windup and a beautiful start for Colapinto. Big snap again. Nice, smooth, rhythmatic approach. Drifting it off the top. Patience paying off for the Californian. Driving into the lip line again. Colapinto's got more room to move. What an enjoyable pace. Big fans off the lip. Perfect surfing from Griffin. Still more left on the inside shelf. He'll slap it shut. And what a clean read. A series of epic backside turns right on the money.
Wait, no, it's coming. That's solid, and obviously for him to perform like that is just bananas. I mean, he's unbelievable to watch. Let's see what Griff's got right here.
Big carve for Griffin Colapinto. Nice clean wrap once again. Coiling up off the bottom. There's the snap to slide. More room on the inside for a frontside power carve. Jamming it off the oncoming section. A lot of variety for Griffin down the stretch. He will shut it down in the whitewater. Maddie's 10-point ride. As we look at Griffin Colapinto. Big lunge into the first section. Super deep Colapinto. Into the sunshine in Tahiti. That one's going to take him down, and that leaves Griffin wide open. Big sweeping off the bottom to set up that wrapping cutback. Colapinto lets the fin slide on that lean back. Throws it vertically. Absolutely crushing his points on this wave. Will carve it, and why not celebrate? Yeah, you hit.
Colapinto out the back, flies in off the top, almost looking for the 2, but then readjusts, sets the rail, and does a big gouge in the face. Beautiful top turn, and then throws it right back up into the lip. How did he come down with that? He literally got smacked backwards and came down with it. It was one of those things where I'm looking at just going, really? You're going to try and hit it that late? And he does. Pete, walk us through the rest of this wave.
Yeah, it's cat-like reflexes, really. I mean, then that arc, again, where you start driving it back into the pit like that, getting just a little bit behind. He pushed so hard on that one. It's so late getting to this one, up into the lip, and somehow takes he got punched in the guts and somehow was able to keep the board under his feet and pull it off. That was amazing. It was late, but truly amazing.
That was a wipeout that he pulled off. That was ridiculous.
Sitting above the peak here at Supertubos, we're watching Gabriel Medina go at it against Griff Colapinto. Here's a great looking meaty right-hander and pulling in nice and deep. Absolutely blasted out by a massive spin. Gripping.
And he goes down, and Griffin Colapinto now gets an opportunity to really make him pay for it. Great start, rides that tail, and absolutely hammers the end section.
Oh, he's just picked up where he left off, and you can see the pace of Griffin's surfing. It's just gone up a notch. The board looks amazing under his feet. He's in total control. He's just going wherever he wants to on the wave, doing whatever he wants.
And he knows if he doesn't go, John will.
You're also seeing the amazing paddle ability of Florence, who is so far inside. Griffin takes this wave. Remember, needs just a 277. Unbelievable down carve from Griff. Sets up a nice blowtail in the end section. A big two-turn combo. Griffin says, thank you very much. Snake and Tommy applauding the effort. We'll get that lead change, and we're down to 4:10 to go.
Crazy.
Run number 2, it's coming down to this. Griffin going for the lead. Needs an 8.13. Carve to start. Nice tight carve again. Third move, snap to slide. Super smooth into the barrel. Automatic now after the last 2 days with that transition for Griff. Cool looking snap, belts it again, similar type of turn. Now he's heating up, third dagger off the top, flowing through that fourth carve. Now he's found that magic rhythm, puts more into the tail drift. Hard carve to set up the barrel.
That was nuts.
Griffin looking calm. What has he got for a finish? Going for a nice frontside punt, he gets it.
3 minutes remaining, but to echo your point, you know, Crosby Colapinto, when he qualified for the championship tour, asked him what he was looking forward to. He said, surfing against his brother, who's right here. Griffin finds a barrel and comes out. This may be the number for Griff. Gets up there early, airdrops into it, and survives the explosion. Griffin Colapinto. We talked about the master and the apprentice, perhaps a situation here. It looks like the master just was masterful in his execution and turned the heat in the final 3 minutes.
Gained that drive, and that was beautiful from Griffin.
Now a little chip in for Colapinto as he heads left. A big cave setting up. Pulls up and under, still traveling. Colapinto into daylight. What a read from Griffin Colapinto.
And right behind him, Griffin Colapinto. Big air, catches the landing, hits the whitewater. More to give on the inside, winding up. Griff goes huge. Pulls it around. That's how you surf out of an interference call, ladies and gentlemen.
Houston, we do not have a problem, guys.
We don't, no problem at all with that kind of surfing. 2 airs on one wave. I'm going to go ahead and say 2.5 airs on one wave because that second air was incredible.